Hi, my name is Anastasia, and I'm going to show you some of the things I took from the story Two Kinds by Amy Tang. First, we're going to talk about the setting. The story takes place in San Francisco, Chinatown, where June Mother moved to in 1949 after she lost everything in China. Her mom never looked back with any regret, for she knew that the United States was the land of opportunity. You know this for the fact that she wants her daughter June to be a prodigy. Before I go into more depth of the story, I should introduce some of the main characters. First, we have June's mother, who pushes her to be a prodigy. Second, we have Lindo John, June's mother's friend, who brags about her daughter being a prodigy. Then we have Waverly John, who brags to June about being a chess champion, who's Lindo John's daughter. Thirdly, we have June, the one who narrates the whole story. She becomes rebellious towards her mother for the fact her mother pushes her too hard to be a child prodigy. The one person I found most importantly was Mr. Chong. He's important for the fact he teaches June how to play the piano. The one thing that stood out to me was he taught her how to play the piano even though he was deaf and has a very poor eyesight. This plays a huge factor because June fails miserably at her recital. Now that we talked about the settings and some of the characters, let's talk about the story. The story consists of June's mother pressuring her to be something she doesn't want to be. Whether it's her being good at math or dance or even singing, her mother puts a lot of pressure on her to be one of those. Finally, the last straw is when June learns how to play piano for Mr. Chong. She practices almost every single day with Mr. Chong, that finally is given this recital where she fails miserably. But June's mother insists that she keeps playing. June refuses to do so by saying she doesn't want to be her daughter anymore and that she wishes she was never born or dead like her other siblings. June realized all the harm she caused there, especially when her mom gave up on trying to make her a prodigy. June went on to disappoint some more by dropping out of college, not getting any good grades, or even not making it into Stanford. Even all of those factors, her mother still never stopped loving her or caring for her or wanting the best for her. They, however, never talked about the failures June had or any of the harsh words she said to her mother the day of the recital. This is where I come to my conclusion and how I feel about the story. June's mom ends up giving the piano to her daughter, where she gets it tuned to send back to her father after her mom passes away. June decides she wants to play the piano one last time with her recital songs, which were Pleading Child and Perfectly Content. After playing these songs multiple times, she began to realize they were two halves of the same song. The story puts a focus on two things. The first thing is June's mother wants this ideal American dream for her daughter. The second is the conflict between a mother and a daughter. June's mother has a terrible experience in China, so that's why I believe she wanted so much for her daughter in America. It wasn't until after the death of her mom that June realized all of this. The fact that the two songs that were just two different songs but became one as she kept playing was an amazing example of the tension between the mom and daughter. I read a quote that said, "The pleading child cannot be perfectly content because she's unable to resolve the issue between her and her mother, as well as her own self." June struggles to find out who she is. She wants to know if she's supposed to be a prodigy, a Chinese, or American. She finally pushes her mother away in order to find out who she is as a person. June, though, does it in the worst way possible, by bringing up her mother's terrible life in China, and that's where the relationship becomes broken. I found this story very interesting to read, and would recommend it to anyone who struggles with a conflict between a parent or even a person coming into a new and different environment.